Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys about another low cap gem. Well, actually it's not necessarily a low cap because the market cap is above the $40 million range that I have for my low cap gems, and I actually boosted that up recently. But I'm gonna say $40 million is not a low cap gem, but I still think this coin has major potential in the long run. And this coin was shouted out in the Telegram group earlier today, and I actually took a look at it and I was like, you know what, this is actually a pretty good project, so I'm gonna bring it to you guys today. And if you want to get into that Telegram group right now, it is closed until further notice. Should have got in while you had the chance. Right now we got a nice team of people in there working together to take advantage of this market and get everything we can out of it. Right now in the bear market, bull market, it don't matter, we still gonna be getting these gains. So that sound means you should go ahead and download the Brave browser. Right now you can see that I got about 85 Brave tokens, which is worth about $18 right now in this wallet, just from looking at these ads right here. So links in the description for that. Also, if you don't have a ledger, go ahead and get yourself one of these. You can connect it very easily to your MetaMask and, you know, do things very securely on one of these right here. But the token that I want to talk about today is the SHR token, SHR. Now, a lot of you guys might have heard of this token because it had a nice run up back in July through August. It went from less than a penny to about 4 cents, which is a nice run up in this coin. You can see that the year to date, the amount that is up is 3,000%. So I think this token has still some potential to go. It's mostly a 75% buy. The market cap is 48 million, and the total circulating supply is 2.4 billion. And a lot of people might say, well, there's so many coins, but it doesn't really matter about the amount of coins there are, because it's all about percentages. However much you're gonna buy in, you just hope that that percentage goes up, and you hope that this market cap goes up. So in a bull run, I think this coin has potential, and let's see why. So what is a SHR token? Go into the website. Oh, that was a mouthful. Go into the website, empowering individuals. So the SHR, this thing moves quick. The SHR ID allows individuals to take control of their digital identity. Scrolling down, they have the SHR app, they have the SHR shop, they have the SHR Ring ID, which is one of the things that I'm pretty excited about, which is SHR Ring's flagship self-sovereign identity product. The time is now for a secure, manageable, decentralized identity management system, and I agree. We need a way to identify ourselves in this DeFi game, especially with you got insurance and you got lending and all that stuff. We need to be able to verify who is getting these loans and stuff like that in a decentralized way. And as we get more uncollateralized loans, which is one of the things that AKRO is working on, they're going to need something that's going to be able to identify people's identity in a decentralized way. So they have their token, they got the ledger, and they got the SHR Pay. It's our stable coin, which hides the confusion of cryptocurrency from the end user. So it's like, I like that because a lot of people don't really know how to use cryptocurrency, and they're not gonna want to take the time to go and buy some ETH, transfer that to an ETH wallet, then buy the SHR token, then go ahead and look for what they're gonna book, and then pay for that. Like, that's just too many steps. We want to make this thing easy. We want it to be as simple as possible. And that's why they have the travel app, which I believe is not out yet. It's coming soon, looking at their products. The only travel app you'll ever need. So it's like, imagine stepping off a plane and knowing everything can be securely booked, managed from your phone. So it's like their whole in-game vision is for you to be able to, from your phone, go to the hotel, check in instantly, like boop, verified identity, get your key, get into the room, go to your rental car, boop, scan a little code, verified identity. And as you know, like if you stayed at an Airbnb before, you don't really even see the owner of the Airbnb to get the keys. You just go there, you type in a little code in the lock outside, you get the key, you go inside, and for the most part, that's Airbnb. Some of them you meet the owner and you go and you talk to them and they hand you the keys, but for the most part, you just book it. Everything's online. You don't even meet the owner. They have everything that you're supposed to have there, the towels or whatever already set up for you, and then you just let them know when you leave. That's how Airbnbs worked at all the ones that I've stayed at. So something like this that makes has an ID and identity where you can just kind of go up to the door and boop, get in, and now they got smart locks and all that stuff. So it's a lot of things that it could be integrated with in the future, which is like pretty big. So you say, that's all cool, Jay. That's all dope. It's cool technology or whatever. But who's using it? Like who's actually doing that? Well, that's where I started looking in deeper and started saying, what? Let's look at the products. So you see how it works. You register, you make selections on flights and rentals and stuff like that. You pay with your credit card or cryptocurrency, and it's very trusted. Going to their Twitter, which actually has a cool amount of followers, I was like, well, okay, a lot of people know about this coin, probably from the major uptick that it had earlier this year in July. But checking this out right here, you can see that Cointelegraph sharing will enable users to purchase more than 400,000 global experiences using this platform. So that's already pretty dope. This article came out 15 hours ago, and you can see that they're allowing you to pay with Bitcoin, ETH, and their share pay token, which is Sharp token. So they're happy to be adding Vader to their ecosystem. So that's already pretty big. I'm like, what? Okay, so scrolling down, there's some more stuff coming up. So right here, you can see that it says, in terms of opportunities that we've been working on, there are a huge number of opportunities that they've been working on. For example, they're directly talking to governments in a movement related to COVID passport, which I think is pretty big. Like the COVID passport thing, like they're gonna want a way for people to check if you've been tested for COVID, and if you're negative on COVID, if you're positive on COVID and stuff like that. You can check visas on arrival and stuff like that. Working with the governments, for me, like in an identity platform, you have to be working with the governments, because the governments are the ones who verify your identity right now. So if you're not integrated with them, then it's not really, in my opinion, like worth anything, right? When you go to the airport with some other type of ID, they're gonna say, hey, we need a government issued ID. So if they're working with governments, that's pretty big. Scrolling down, you can see right here, they actually say, this is Tim Bose right here. It says, we are also signed a big partnership and agreement with the Japanese multinational. We're already working on the marketing team to announce this in 2 to 3 weeks. That is pretty big. So like I said, working with the government is a big thing. Of course, people are like, it's crypto, it's supposed to be anti-government. But when it comes to identity, it's like, hey, you don't really trust anybody unless they show you a government ID. You know what I mean? You meet somebody, you're like, hey, how old are you? You're like, they're like, oh, I'm 20 something, I'm 25, and you check, you're like, let me see your ID. You're not gonna believe an ID issued by like Malibu Grand Prix or something. Like, you want that government ID at the end of the day. So let me know what you guys think about this project. So they're working on a whole bunch of stuff over there. I'm still diving deeper into it. I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention because I feel like, everybody's like, hey, what am I gonna buy when the price starts going back up? I'm a little bit optimistic that the price is gonna start going back up, and when it does, what do I want to get into and what's gonna be big? So this, they're working with like COVID passports and passports in general. First of all, like passports in general is big, and then also with COVID passports, that's like pretty big. There was something else in here about that, but you guys can come in here and find it. do your research on this project before you invest. Now, this is not financial advice. As always, as you know, I just find the projects that I like, bring them to you guys' attention. You guys tell me what you guys think about it. Let me know if there's anything that I missed. Of course, there's a bunch that I missed because there's only so much that I could talk about in 15 minutes of a video. But bringing this to your guys' attention, go ahead and take a look at it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments in the comment box. Do you think that them working with the whole like share pay and the groceries and stuff like that, and I didn't even get into that, but they got the car share, the hotel, the insurance, the marketplace, cryptocurrency, charity, all of that. So come and take a look at this project. I think it's something that's worth looking at in the long run. So let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Don't forget to hit the links in the description. Get them ledgers and stuff like that. Helps out the channel. Till next time. Peace.